What is up, y'all? It is your host, Renny, and you're listening to another episode of the Call Me Crazy podcast.
Oh, right.
Yes.
No, but yeah.
Capital L.
Because it's like, most people are like, oh, I don't know. And it's like, creative people, we can make 700 businesses. People want to do things by themselves. Why y'all want to do that? We all trying to get to the bag.
Wait, I had this, chills. I had this conversation with my nigga Daniel today. He was like, I heard someone call themselves a solopreneur.
Oh, that's a thing.
And you know what that told me? And I go, I got you. That I never want to scale. And he was like, took the words out of my mouth. I said, yeah. And you know what? Sometimes that is fine for people, though. Sometimes people genuinely...
It's giving 1 mil, not 20.
That's fine. But for some people... Some people are like, hey, I have this dream, I have this gift, I have this skill, and I only want to take it this far because that's what I can handle. That's not me, that's not you, that's not Daniel, but that's some people, and I love that for those people.
And it sounds lonely.
Yeah, solopreneur out of here. Okay.
Like it's so crazy.
I need a team. I want a team,
and it's like I want to build with people who. We know, like, I look at it like this. My business is your business. That's how I see it. We're all trying to make money. Everybody trying to get paid. Because people like, you can go to the top alone. I'm like, but why would I? So I can be lonely?
And I'm only so good at what I'm good at. And I'm going to get better at that. But my strengths...
I want to hone in on my strengths.
Yeah, my strengths are this. Why wouldn't I get people around me who can do that? People be peopling though.
No, it's disgusting. And I don't want to work with people like that. Because they're like, oh, and I'm like, they're like, so what do you need help with? And my whole theory about what I need help with 95% of the time is like accountability. Force me to do, like the media part is what we're building now. Mm-hmm. We need help, accountability, getting it done, right? And then the next thing I need help with is like, do the research. I can go have the conversation with the people with the money. Mm-hmm. Help me get the meeting.
Right.
I can get in. My experience speaks for they will say yes to the meeting. I can get us all bread. It's about getting bread so we can make more bread to make more bread, but people don't want to see it as that. And it's like it took me a while to get to a point of like, let's take other people's money so we can also use other people's money for your own salary or whatever that is, but other people's money to scale your business that's not your risk. 9 out of 10 startups fail. They know that. Mine's not gonna fail because I'm not gonna quit. Mm-hmm. The fuck? I could flip 3 mil easy. You know how fast people flip $3 million? $1 mil, $500,000. That shit will flip. Coming from where we came from. Y'all wanna do dumb shit? What? I already know what 200, 250 influencers I'll call off the bat.
Yeah, no, you know what's crazy is a lot of people don't think about that part until they get there. Mm-hmm. But it's like, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you already know what you do
when you had it?
When you have it.
I may not tell my investors what I'm going to do with it. I'm not going to tell them how I'm going to do it. I'm going to tell them this is a marketplace, but I'm gonna know because when the money comes, I already know what 5 celebrities, what 5 cities we're throwing events in. I know what technology, I know what my salary is gonna be. I know what we need to purchase, and I know what we need to do next.
Okay, so now I'm gonna make it about me. I'm gonna make it about me. First of all, I'm having a bit of hair loss, and it is making a dam in my fro. It's making a translucent dam in my fro. So if that's happening, I'm over it already by the time you're seeing this. So it's happening. Secondly,
I'm not laughing at you. It's like
just with you. Just with you.
Okay.
Secondly, this is episode 1 of the Who is Renny series.
It's a new potty.
It's a new series in the Call Me Crazy podcast. I've done so many series about all the things that I'm interested in and interviewing people who have to do with those subjects, whether they're an expert in it or they have an opinion on it. I've had people on and really focused on the guest and the topic at hand. So for this series, I was like, let me allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is, right? So I was like, let me reintroduce myself.
Yeah.
I am the host. I want people to get to know me. So I decided, Who is Renny series? Let's find out who the host is. Let me have friends, family, strangers interview me. And I think the conversation flow that we had pre-sitting down is a testament on how close we are as friends.
Even though we literally don't talk to each other for like 4 months at a time. That's okay.
That's completely
Because life is
okay.
lifing.
Life is constantly lifing. And if you don't give yourself grace or your friends the same grace that you give yourself, if you do give yourself that grace, there's going to be no room for relationships at all.
At all. And that's a sad, unfulfilled life. And that's not how I want to live.
Yes.
It's rather
not how I want to live.
Ghetto.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm excited to interview you.
I'm excited to have you interview
I've got
me.
questions.
I know you do. And I've got answers.
I got questions. You just let me know when you want to begin.
Yeah, I mean, we're here. We're here right now.
So I'm going to ask you the typical question.
Okay, you're the first interviewer, so what is the typical question?
The typical question in most interviews is like, what is it that you want to share with us before I start pulling questions out of you? Like, how does Renny define herself at this current period of her life?
Ooh.
3 points, 3 bullet points. Don't go on a tangent. Just give me 3. And you can explain 3 like paragraphs if you'd like.
Okay, perfect. Let me think. I have 2 out of the 3.
Okay.
So I'm trying to think.
The 3rd will come. It can be later too.
Okay, I got it. Business owner, mom, creative.
Okay. All right. Let's start with creative. What is Renny as a creative? Like, how do you see yourself as a creative? What are you creating?
I create a lot. I create a lot of things.
That's
all
what we
the
need
time.
to know. That's why we're here.
Yes.
Right?
So I do want to shout out your art before I start talking about my art.
Thank you.
We are in front of some amazing pieces, and if my big head is covering the sign, here it is for you to see. Okay. You are also a creative. You are also a businesswoman. Look at me turning it around.
Yeah.
You're not a mom, but
Not yet.
not yet.
Not yet. We're still processing.
Yes. So creative, yes. I've been creating content for over 10 years. I've dipped my toe into painting the past couple of years. I mean, I just feel like, not to be woo-woo, but I feel like everything that
You can always woo-woo because what is a life without woo-woo?
This is true.
They be out here doing wah-wah, and that's when it's sus. But continue.
Sa. Okay. So what I was gonna say was, I feel like everything that comes out of me is a creation and an expression of me. So,
especially for you.
Yeah. So the businesswoman and the creativity kind of commingle and they cross paths because a big part of my business is photography, but that's a big part of my creation. I also do creative photography work outside of paid work. So there's a lot of crossover between those 2 parts of my life. But yeah, I'm constantly creating. There's not a day that goes by that I don't create. Even if I sit in my bed all day, which normally doesn't happen, but it happened just the other day, I'm still creating so many thoughts. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah.
I know that feeling too well.
Right.
My hand can't move fast enough to what my brain's doing. I'm like, can we like figure something out?
Right. Are we writing it? Are we typing it? What are we doing? But there's ideas being had. So, even in my most uninspired moments, I'll voice note and text it to myself for later.
It's I've been like note chatting a lot.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Yeah. So just getting it out however I need to. But yeah, that's my creative side for sure.
Okay. And like within your creative capacity, like I know we talked a bit about your business and like we'll get more into your business because you also strike me as someone who is always going to be a business person, and like also know that being a creative and a business person is rare.
Really?
that can do both well.
Really?
Yeah, most creative people have a very hard time running their business. That's why they have business.
Okay, yeah, that is true. When I sit in a room with you and I, it's like a really? Because we do that so well. But now that I'm thinking
It's still hard for us, though.
It's still hard for us, but now I'm thinking about my like artist friends. I'm like, you're a drama queen who can't even market themselves for shit. I love you to death.
And those people need to be like taught and incubated.
Yeah.
And like taught how to train their minds to be able to do the both. But like within your creativity, like in your highest self, I might have to close that window soon.
Yeah, it's getting a little chill.
It's by the second.
by the second, your arms are like I can read the body language. Right. Okay.
In your creativity, like if you were to hit your peak creative self, what does that look like?
Oh my God, I know exactly. And now sometimes it takes some time for me to think of the answer, but as the words came out of your mouth, I know exactly what it looks like. It looks like I have unlimited funds to create what's in my mind.
Same. Because I'm like, you guys don't get it. I just continuously generate.
I mean, like, if I could
full strategies.
If I could execute the ideas I have right now, if I had the capital to do so, I'd be Oprah, right?
Have you looked into your feminine archetype?
No.
It was brought to my attention yesterday about mine. I'm a sage woman. So that's that Oprah, Olivia Pope, Issa D. That's your like very strategic, but also very creative. And most times is with a very powerful partner that may be like the president, but like you're that push. Like you're not the president, but
you're Olivia Pope, which is like damn near the president.
I would love for you to look into. I can see you being a sage woman as well.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Is it like a online quiz?
Yeah. I think there's 12 feminine archetypes. Someone brought it to my attention yesterday because I see myself in the light of like Oprah. So when you brought that up, I'm like,
yes.
Literally like Oprah. She's like a master creator.
Oh my God.
Like she just creates. She doesn't paint.
No. But
that we know of.
That we know of. She probably does. I bet you she dabbles, calls it bullshit, and like we would put it up in our house, you know? Oprah gives that vibe.
She gives all the vibes. Okay, so you would see yourself unlimited money because that's important. You would see yourself creating all the things that are in your mind. From a business perspective, is there anything that you feel like you would want to build business-wise that's not creative?
Yes, many things.
Okay,
many things.
Like?
I really am excited. Okay, so a friend of mine has this business resources group chat, which I should add you to. It gives me anxiety because I don't know the 30-some people that are in it.
Group chats stress me out.
They stress me out.
I will never talk into them until I need to use it.
Right, and I'm like, I don't want to seem like I'm just selling shit, but like,
I get overwhelmed.
And then when I pop in is when like so I have a sale on a product or something of some sort. But anyways, all that to say, she had a webinar check-in, Glows and Grows. She's starting it for every month, top of the month, we talk about it. I think 5 out of the 30 people joined in, and I really appreciated that because I was like, okay, perfect. I can put some faces to some phone numbers, save them, knowing what they look like in my head, right? So at the top of the conversation, she was like, every time someone says I'm trying or I'm gonna try or anything with the word try, we got a drink, and we'll say, I'm a drink to that. Right? So I paused because I was going to say, I'm going to try and get into real estate, but I changed that around to I'm so excited to get into real estate.
I like that narrative shift. Because when you shift your narrative, you change your narrative, that's how you create a beautiful life. No one said you had to do it now, but I'm excited to get into real estate because I am going to do that. And when you do that, woo-woo, about to get real woo-woo. When you do that, what happens? The universe delivers. And it's hard to remember that sometimes. I know for me it is.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I snatch reality back.
Right.
That's exciting. What does that look like for you? Why are we the same person? It's disgusting.
that looks like finally owning a home for me and the dogs, right? I don't want any landlord to be able to my kids, what makes me a mom, right? So that's finally having a roof over our heads that is stable, right? Because even if you have the greatest landlord, you're paying the best rent, and you have a 10-year lease, right? That there's an expiration date on that. And even owning in America, in the States, like really ain't shit, but I'm gonna play the game, right? I'm gonna play the game. So it's first stable environment for me and the kiddos. That also means a bigger home workspace. That means I have an office so I can separate the two. No more editing in bed.
I had to separate the two.
Right. So that's what that looks like. And then furthermore, once I have that secured, rentals, because everyone needs
somewhere to live.
Goes back to childhood, because mom and I, shitty credit growing up, right?
Yeah, let's dig into that bit.
Yeah. No shitty credit, no credit at all. Let's talk about no credit at all, right? No credit at all. You got the food stamps, everything like that. And we were constantly turned down when we had the deposit, just didn't have the credit to back it. So I'd love to be able to give those kinds of people a home to live in, right?
Without all of the...
Yeah, you show me pay stubs, you give me the money, and I'm gonna give you a chance, right? Because I needed that. So, and you know, everything like that. So starts with me, right? Because if you can't take care of you, how can you take care of anyone else? Right. And then rentals, because everyone will need a home, and why not have more black landlords than, black and brown landlords? Come on.
Go, man. Hit it.
We got to, because they are taking over Bridgeport. They're taking over so many.
Bridgeport? You cannot buy there now. Bridgeport.
How crazy. Somewhere that was in high school, peers of mine would call scary, don't go there.
I grew up there.
Right. Mm-hmm. It's one of my favorite places. It has
I think it's great. Going back as an adult, it is great.
I love it.
I mean, I don't really talk to too many people there, but like that, if you go, maybe when you travel cities alone, it feels different. Mm-hmm. Bridgeport's great.
I love it. I personally think there's so many people there. There's so much happening there.
There's so much talent.
There's so much talent, and authenticity is one thing too. Coming from New York, moving to Connecticut was a crazy culture shift shock for me. And Bridgeport always reminded me of Queens.
Bridgeport feels like Bushwick to me here.
I love that.
I realized that when I went home. I said my neighborhood.
Industrial.
It feels like
homes,
where I live now.
Yeah.
Because you went from Queens to New York. I mean, to Connecticut. I went from Connecticut to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Which Queens is like right there.
Uh-huh.
Literally down the street. Wow. Mm-hmm. I think I love your point, and like let's dive into like the point of real estate, right? And I really love your thoughts on that, and I'd love to pick your brain on this because I have an idea. Not an idea, something that will happen. Mm-hmm. Is I want to have homes in major hubs that artists can rent, that are not disgusting and nasty, right? Because why are creators expected to, why are we starving when we're the ones that document culture and history? We make culture. And second, like, how do you expect us to create from a space of deficit and no, like, what is it called? Like, we don't have a space that inspires us.
Yes.
Like I will struggle
cultivating growth.
Yeah, because I will struggle to pay my rent. And I do struggle to pay my rent sometimes. But my space inspires me every day. I could only imagine living in the trenches while going through what I went through. So I'd love to what are your thoughts as a creator who would need to go to major hubs like in New York or in LA and imagine you being able to use a space that was inspiring, that wasn't $10,000 or you didn't need the credit. And I love that you said that because it's, we need that.
Right. So first of all, I love it. Every time Diamond comes to me with an idea for the future, I'm always like, show me the dotted line, right? Because I want to be a part of this too. I think that is amazing. I think whenever we are looking towards future businesses and ventures, I feel like we're always looking at things that are, there's a hole in the market, right?
Yeah.
There's a hole in the market for not creative co-shared or whatever that's called spaces. There are those, right? This is a model that is out there. What is not out there is cleanliness, a level of decency.
The decency,
security.
Yeah, safety.
So these are all things that as a collective we could do better for people. And I think it's a great idea. I think having options and different rooms, like, okay, at any given time, this can be leased out for a 3-day minimum and a 6-month maximum, right? So you can stay here for a weekend. You can stay here for a month. You can stay here for 6 months. Maybe even a year lease. Who knows? But I think there is a space for that. And I think for me, I'm the same way, right? I always say when people are like, "Oh, Spirit got a round trip like $20 going to Miami." I'm like, babe, I would rather be broke.
I'm not getting on that.
At home.
I'm not getting on that.
Rather be broke at home.
JetBlue just bought them and they lost me.
That's crazy because JetBlue has lost me too. I don't know what they're doing.
It's disgusting.
But they have put me on an American Airlines flight, or what was it? Was it Delta or American Airlines? Or no, they put me on a United or an American Airlines
it's not Delta,
flight.
because Delta is...
It's Chef's Kiss. I thought JetBlue was above Delta, but yeah, so apparently they partnering with American Airlines, and so if I buy a JetBlue ticket, I could be subjected to United or American Airlines. Are you fucking for real? Be fucking for real right now, because we're
learning about her. So since we're here, let's talk about these airlines. I'm
buying for the brand name, and you giving me great value. Walmart.
Below Walmart.
Bodega. I thought I was getting $3.65 Whole Foods off brand. Now I'm down to great value. No, we had Dollar Store actually. The Dollar Store.
Off brand.
You ain't giving me no snacks no more. I gotta ask for a drink. What is this? You should be up and down the aisles every 30.
Man, mind you, they don't got no clear, so you gotta wait in line. They may double book your seat and you find out when you get there. That's happened to me.
It's the pain for seat assignments. This is a human right for me to get to pick my seat.
On an Airbus.
On an Airbus in coach. Why are you charging me to pick my seat? That was so crazy. I don't know, but I don't like it.
I mean, like, since we're talking about this, I would love your perspective. This is hilarious because I'm bougie when it comes to my travel. Like, when you travel, what are your, like, must-haves? Like, your user experience. Like, what is necessary? Because people don't talk about this. They be taking any kind of treatment.
Any kind of treatment. Listen.
I'm hungry. What the hell?
That too. I always say the worst thing they could say is no, right? So whenever you are anywhere, ask. Because if you ask, you shall sometimes receive.
That's a skill.
Yeah, you have to flex the muscle for sure.
That's a skill, especially when you don't when you're taught not to ask for anything. Because I was taught not to ask for shit. So asking for money for my startup.
Crazy.
Asking for money when I need help.
Crazy. Who are you to ask for money that has been slaved over to get? Who are you to ask anyone for their money, right? It's actually crazy. When I finally let my father back into my life after he walked out of it.
We could talk about that a bit more too.
I saw him give my little brothers each $40 on the way out of the door. Now, that is nothing that ever was able to happen in my single mother-led household. There was never any, I'm going to school, can I get some lunch money? There was never, I had to let her know about school trips in advance. So I had some,
she could save up.
Yeah, so I could eat out while we were on a school trip instead of bringing my lunch with me. So yeah, that was definitely, when I saw that, I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And I remember asking my father for money a couple of times, and it felt weird. It felt weird, because that was not the norm for me growing up. And because that wasn't the norm for me growing up, it wasn't the norm for me entering into adulthood. And it's something that I don't think I'm necessarily working on asking for money right in this point in my life. I think more so I'm working on trying to make a habit of using my resources.
I like the way you said that, yeah.
Being, friendship, whatever the relationship is, just asking for help, because I have a network of people who want to help me, and in helping me, usually it does something for them too.
Yeah, I think we should, if you're cool, to spend time on that, because I think like you hit it on the nail, like getting comfortable with using your resources and asking for help, because there are people who you have to ask to receive. Like, people are just not going to know. But also, how are you with receiving?
I want to confidently say, oh, I'm great. I'm a Steve. But what if I flip that question on someone who has given me something? They might not say the same, right? So I can't completely say that I know how I am with receiving, but I think that I'm so utterly grateful when I receive, right? Because my whole life thus far, or the majority of my life thus far, I've spent begging for less than the bare minimum. Yeah, I think I'm the best person to receive, because if you give me the bare minimum, I am clapping.
Which is a blessing and also a curse. It's a curse when it comes to dating.
It is a motherfucking curse when it comes to dating. Sorry, I had to say that again. It's horrible. I'm so excited to get into this right now, because I kind of vaguely talked about it while I was dealing with this person, but didn't want to completely out the situation until I was done with it.
Done.
So we are done. Clean. Clipped clean.
Severed. Burnt.
Burned. No, I mean, we could be friends if you want. I don't see why I would invest in that, but sure. There can be a friendly line of communication if you so ever want to hit me up. Sure. Anyways.
She don't need that.
I don't. I actually don't need that. And that's what I said to him. I don't need more friends. I don't need sex or companionship.
Can you see this person where you're going? Because I don't know this person, but I don't.
Yeah. So
that ain't it.
So let's give you the stats.
Okay.
34, has a great job, has his own place.
This. I'm cracking up. Get into it.
Has his own place, takes care of the house.
34.
Make
sure I heard that part.
Yeah, you did. Takes care of the home that he grew up in, takes care of his mother.
He lives with his mom.
No. He has his own place in Brooklyn. Takes care of the home that he grew up in Connecticut. And then just recently... I don't be putting people's business out here like that. Okay, we're gonna stop there. So that's the stats, right? Physically fit, beard, black, over 6 foot. Okay? So I was talking to my therapist about this, right?
I think I see it.
Yeah. So I was talking to my therapist about this, and I was like, why did I stay in this situation for so long? And mind you, I am over a year out of a very tumultuous, almost 4-year relationship. So when I say so long about this person, so long is now 2 months. It is no longer 4 years of torment. It was 2 months, but that was still far too fucking long.
I feel like 2 months is a lot of time.
It's a lot of time, but I gave him grace. Here's why. In that time, he had lost a couple of family members. So there were grievances, as well as he was up for a really good job promotion.
That's an interesting...
Right.
Same time, that's a lot.
Same time, that's a lot.
I personally would be very overwhelmed.
I personally would be very overwhelmed too. I personally would not be wanting to hang out with the person that I had just met. I would not call anyone. Exactly. So I'm sitting here thinking about all these things, and I'm like, well, he's giving, like, although he's not giving me all that I want during this hard / exciting time, he is still giving me something. And that something is better than the bare minimum that I was getting previously. That something includes cooking me dinners, something
that's thoughtful.
Right? That's something that
they're not doing that out here.
Right, they're not doing that out here. Not a lot of men like to cook, and not a lot of men know how to cook.
A lot of men don't like taking care of women.
Right. So, oh my God, you're feeding me, you're making sure I'm fed, and you're the one cooking it up. Oh my God. First time we hung out was actually him coming over to my place 2 nights in a row to hang a total of 15 paintings on my wall. Something else, that acts of service that I never got. Right? I don't even know if this fucking doorknob knew how to hang a nail, the one before. So hang a nail.
Doorknob.
Hang a nail. Now I'm talking shit and I can't even speak.
You said use a doorknob. A
right.
cast iron doorknob, or like one of them cheap ones from Home Depot.
Cheap ones from Home Depot that look like they're expensive.
She said it's a string tied to a hole.
It's a catfish.
Stop. We need to stop. All right. So
no, it looks like it's an $1,000 doorknob, but it actually never opens. Okay. Anyways.
Until it does and doesn't close.
Until it does and locks you in for life.
Woo! Continue.
So anyways, right, he's doing things that I haven't gotten before, but the communication is sorely lacking, but it's there. It's there, sorely lacking. Things are happening. I'm trying to give him grace while also trying to remain this new version of me in dating, which is very no bullshit, very this is who I am, this is how I am. Let's make plans on Saturday, lock him in on Sunday, and I don't need to talk to you. Like what we're talking about. Until I see you.
Like if it's meant to be, like when it's time for us to be together, like we be together. When I'm with you, I'm with you.
Right. And so, right. I did not feel the spark, but I don't think I realized that until I was out of it.
You're not boring, I promise.
No,
it's
just
okay. Really slept.
Exhaustion. So I didn't realize that there wasn't a spark until I was out of it. And I think that's because I was so gung-ho on all of these boxes, right? And he filled a lot of them, right? Acts of service, check. Knows how to cook and loves to do it, check. Over 6 foot,
serious.
Check.
Yeah.
Beard, check. Full beard, double check, right? Financially stable,
connect.
Check, right? Has his own car, his own house, like literally like check. But the spark wasn't there and the communication wasn't there. But because of my past, I let 2 months go by and then I was like, wait, no.
The spark is important. I feel like the communication is something that can be worked on, but you can't fake a spark.
Sexually, sparks were flying, but there was an element. There was an element outside of the sexual that it just wasn't there. It was interesting. He was like, Renny, we have sex, yet you weren't comfortable enough to ask me why I went ghost for 3 days.
Oh.
You should have asked.
I didn't think you were gonna tell me that just now.
Yeah, he said you should have asked.
Was he testing you?
I don't know, which at your big age, please don't give a test without the syllabus.
No, but I'm confused.
Right.
So I also hear like 2 things, right? I hear No, that's very confusing. That was a plot twist.
Yeah.
Like, I have a new neural receptor, like a new neural pathway connection. Because what?
Yeah.
I'm confused though. Like, okay, Rennie, you had sex, but you didn't ask why. I ghosted for 3 days. Isn't he supposed to apologize for ghosting or explain why he ghosted for 3 days?
Literally no explanation.
You had to ask him why.
Literally no explanation. He hits me up. He hits me back up after the 3 days, right? Sends me a picture and a video of a dog he saw on the street. No words. No words. I said, I don't have time for this. And he was like, I don't know why you're getting all upset. And like, everything doesn't need to be a personal attack. I don't have time. Quoting me. I don't have time. Oh my God, I'm saying this. I'm gonna bleep it out. Beep, beep, and a blackout so you can't read my lips. But, you know, quoting me, blank, you don't have time for this. Like, what I'm saying to him.
What's going on?
And I'm
What's
like,
happening right now?
And I'm like, you go ghost 3 days, no explanation. Hey, literally, explanation for me could have been, especially in 2 months, literally could have been, hey, I was having a tough time the past few days. Sorry, I've been distant. Boom. Literally would not have brought it up.
Yeah, because you're a person who's understanding, thoughtful, understand trauma, understand busyness, understands.
And that could have been a lie, and I would have been fine.
I don't want to say that we allow lies, but at the same time, like, make it make sense. Like,
right.
You don't owe me your full truth. Now, don't go out here cheating. I think that is terrible.
Terrible.
It's very terrible for me because you're putting me at risk. But like, you could have said like, you could have been like, I just didn't want to talk to her right now, but that's okay.
No, you literally could have said, I just didn't want to talk to you for 3 days. And
I would be okay with that too.
And I would have respected that
and I would have been okay.
Than you hitting me up like you're 15 years old with just like oh, I saw a dog and like, I thought of you. Like, there was no words. Like, you're just sending me, cute ass dog. I'll put the picture up. I want him. He looks like a boxer French bulldog.
Ooh.
So cute. Had a little chain on. I was like, that's my nigga right there.
I'm crying. So, okay. So some of the things that I also hear, like outside of the whole thing, it sounds like Rennie is looking for a partner.
Yeah, no.
Is that where you're at? You're
fully
ready for like someone to build with?
Fully ready for someone to build with, to build alongside with as well, right? Everything that we build is not going to be together. A lot of it will be together.
And a lot of it, yours is yours, mine is mine. I will support you, but yours is yours, mine is mine. It's still ours, but yours is yours, mine is mine, and we have our things. Because I still want you to be good no matter what.
Yeah.
And I want you to have a fulfilled life.
Yeah.
Your life doesn't always need to involve me. And trust me, I don't want my life to always involve you. Right. Okay. You know, people think when I say that my ideology on that is crazy. Like, if I had enough money, we'd have 3 houses. Oh my God. It'd be my house, his house, and the we house.
Shared house.
And the shared house is for us and the kids. But my house is mine. It's my studio. It's my house.
Baby, don't say if I had it when we have it our way, that is what it will be.
To come now.
So standard, basic level is 3 houses, and then wherever else we want to buy a home.
But they need to be 3 like in a row, like 3 brownstones in a row. Like my California house, we could share that one. It's
right.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't. You know, I have to imagine the people who think that you're crazy for feeling that way are hardly individuals at all. Because it's very easy for me to see that and also want that for myself because I love me so much that I need time with me.
I require a lot of space for my big energy.
Yep.
My energy needs space.
My energy needs space from me and my body.
Well, I have a separate space because I have to disconnect. I'm like, oh no, work and Diamond cannot be here. That's a different type of time. She needs to stay over there.
Yes.
She needs to do that over there.
Yes.
So within that, like if we're talking about, you said people are hardly individuals. Like what is an individual to Rennie?
An individual,
I'm excited about this.
To Renny, if I could make it short and sweet, is someone who operates solely for themselves first.
More detail.
So, for me, the hierarchy of my life is the business. No, sorry, scratch that. The hierarchy of my life, the dogs, the business, then me. Mm-hmm. So that's.
You want children?
Yes, many.
I know you did.
Are you kidding? Like, little me's? Have you seen Renny as a child?
You said many?
Many. Have you seen, as much as I can afford to give a great life to, yes, I will be popping them out by the droves. By the droves. The world would be better with my bloodline out there, period.
But that's how I see it. That's how I see it. Like, I don't know if I'm going to have many. It's giving 29. So, and I need space in between them. So it's giving.
Freeze them.
2.
Freeze them.
Who's going to carry them? I don't trust that. I don't want anyone else.
No, you. Oh, when it gets too much. I'm 29. Yeah. When it gets too much, you don't think you would trust like a trusted family member, like a little cousin that you can give like, you know, X amount of money to like carry?
I love my cousins, but I don't know if I see any of them.
You know what's crazy? It's so personal and like you do. It's crazy.
Is it incest if your family members carry your child? In a way?
No. Incest ish, like maybe, but it's not like because it's not like you're grabbing. This is horrible to say. It's not like you're grabbing a family member's sperm and mixing it with your egg. You're just having someone in your bloodline hold your baby. You would rather I would rather incest, if that's what incest is. I would rather incest than stranger carrying my.
I feel like I can see
stranger surrogate.
Like, I feel like
she would have to live with me.
That's
I would
what I'm
have
saying.
to watch
I think if
her.
I had a surrogate in general, they would have to like be in my presence. Like, I feel bad for them for those 10 months. No,
I don't feel bad because you will be getting an obscene amount of money to do this.
And you will be living and being with, like, I need to know everything that you're doing.
It would be the equivalent of being Kim Kardashian's surrogate, but better.
Yeah. Yeah, when you see it that way. I forget sometimes she had several.
Yeah, she had 2. Several. Or, yeah, she needed 2. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so back to this many children thing. Yeah. So it's from what I'm hearing that you're in that stage where you're looking for a partner.
I am open. I wouldn't say looking. I am open to a partnership. But
you're not trying to be in the streets.
I'm not actively looking or seeking. Yeah. That thing that just happened was someone I've known since like 2015. Mm-hmm. But I just never gave the time of day. I'm dead.
Spark wasn't there from 2015.
Shouldn't have been there in 2015 because you know my age and how old I was in 2015 and his age in comparison.
Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, you're somewhere around 24.
Yeah, no, we have an 11-year age difference.
That's not that bad.
It would have been bad if he was looking at me at 2015. I was 16.
He was always looking.
Yeah, he was always that's what kind of scares me.
Waiting for the time was right. Let me stop. I don't know him.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, and the thing is like I can confidently say I don't even know him. Like, I don't think 2 months is enough to know someone.
No.
And even though we've known each other since 2015.
You may know his soul, but I don't think you know him.
Yeah, no, I don't think I know him.
Does he know him? Probably not.
You know, so when I was talking to my best friend Sophia about this, I was like, if I could wrap him up in a whole and that experience up in a whole, because I took so much away from that. Thank you for that. It just leveled me up in the dating game and what I expect. But I was telling Sophia, I was like, I think how I would explain it is, do I want to peel an onion or do I want an onion already peeled? And I definitely want an onion who's at least 50% peeled, because guess what? I don't think I'm 100% peeled. I don't think I've dealt with all of my traumas.
I don't know if I'd want it 100% peeled. Because there's no layers for us to peel together.
Right, exactly. And I don't think there's a such thing as a 100% peeled person, but it felt like he was so wound up, and it was
like
gonna take
fresh onion out the ground.
Yeah, like it roots.
Onions really
roots still attached. Roots still attached. Like emerging out of the ground. Like not even. I haven't even picked him up from the ground yet. Like it's not even harvest season. Like not even harvest season. Yeah,
like
tight little baby onion prematurely.
It's not spicy yet.
Came out the.
It don't make your eyes
the
water.
dirt. No. So like on a shallot type of energy. Anyway.
Bitches who cook be like shallot
type of energy. No, but really, I was like,
it's giving shallot.
It's giving. No, but I was really like, I cannot at his big age be peeling back. Like I felt it's crazy because after the initial like hangout, like okay. I literally said to him, it feels like I'm pulling teeth trying to get details out of you for Friday. So if you don't want to see me on Friday, please tell me now. It's so okay, boo. Like literally I put boo on the end of anything that I want, like sincere, like from the bottom of my heart. Like boo, please, like we don't have to see each other. Yeah. And that was like the first like week after we just started hanging out where I was like, all right, let's make plans. Like, you know, I'm not gonna be talking to you all week if we're not making plans.
I'm proud of you because, like, you know that I'm really excited to see what comes for your future, and I'm happy to be a part of your journey. And like, if there's anything I can do to help you get through your 20s and avoid some of the things that I had to, like, you know, I'm gonna open that door right up for you because I see how incredible, how cerebral, how creative, how immaculate you are. I'm happy that it didn't last longer than 2 months because I think sometimes it's important for us and I wish maybe something that I remembered in my early 20s with some of the situationships, fools that I dated. Where do you see yourself and do you see that person with you? When you have a quick snapshot, like quick something.
Don't even think about it too long.
A moment, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Did you see him there?
No.
Exactly.
Go.
Exactly. So sometimes I get that snapshot and I think of like, I don't know why this always comes to me, but red carpet. It's a red carpet moment.
Yeah.
And I see, I've finally gotten used to all of the flashes being in my face. Who do I see? I've never seen that.
Right, because
before.
that's not only...
I see that now.
That's not only photos, that's video too. So this person has to represent not only himself well, but you well as well.
And that's so important. Someone said to me one time when I was dating someone else, do you want to be seen in public with him? And it did not make sense to me until a year and a half later. And I said, oh my God. Oh my God. If I would have just fucking listened to that, I would have saved myself so much stress. Do you want to see be seen in public with him? And it's the same thing that should go for your friends, your mentors, these people. Do you want to be seen in public with them with your highest self? Oprah's not walking around here with Joe Schmo who's not doing anything.
Right.
And remembering that. And it's like, if you do not see that person there, like again, they may be a really great person. Maybe they're not the right person for you because when I see myself on that red carpet for the movie that I wrote and produced, I didn't see the other person.
Right.
I see someone else that I know now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, who will also be a part of that production?
I also want to thank you because unknowingly you do what you just said, right? You were like, I want to help you get through your 20s better than I did. You constantly do that for me.
My shit was treacherous.
You
ain't no treacherous twins, treacherous.
Right. You constantly do
welcome.
that for me.
Yeah.
And even just a conversation we had earlier today when the cameras weren't rolling, I literally said, you make me believe that real love is real. And you said it is real, just with the right man. And so you constantly do that for me.
Which takes patience.
Like she said, 29. It takes patience.
You have a lot more patience when you're 29.
So you do that for me, you do that for me in other ways. Like,
and you do that for me.
Just like any conversation we have, I leave better. So that's how I know, you know, you help me out, even if it's not like directly I can see it right now. But if I'm leaving a conversation better and lighter, that's the key too. I know that that person is someone I need to hold on to. For sure. For sure.
That makes me feel good because you do that for me too. Like, I don't know if you guys, that you don't know, this is the first episode, you don't know like how we know each other. So we share a mutual friend that was on my competitive cheer team and is a friend of yours. And then we ended up going to, I was supporting my sister's best friend, Tatiana, at
And your sister.
I guess.
Your sister had her whole booth up there.
Yeah, I don't know if her friend got siblings, bigger ones.
Wait, what?
Tati?
No, I said
Shannon?
I said,
oh, my sister.
I said you were also supporting your sister at that event too.
It's like when
talking about supporting my sister's friend. Your sister had a whole booth there.
Yeah, she was selling seasonings. I just actually looked at that video today of her selling seasonings. Like, I was like feeling nostalgic this morning to kind of reset myself and figure out what the fuck has happened to me in the last 3 years. And I remember that day, and then you just happened to be here. That's interesting. Full circle. The universe is interesting. But I met you there because you were like, yo, and I was just like a nigga. You were like, yo, your fit is lit. And I was like, she was like, let me shoot you. And I was so nervous. I know. Nervous.
And by the looks of you, like, if you had seen Diamond that day, you'd be like, you always take pictures. You're constantly in front of the camera and you're constantly flexing the damn muscle. But she was like, I never take pictures. You gotta show me how to pose. I'm really nervous. So it just
I'm so bad at posing, like, even to this day. Like, I've realized that what I'm good at is like, you have to catch me in being Diamond. I think I took some fire ass pictures around this time last year, but it was they were like, so what kind of poses do you want? And I said, I'm literally gonna be myself. You catch them. That's it. Tell me we fucked up. If I'm not feeling it, you're not getting that.
Right.
So it's just like, it's not, so we met there and, a couple months ago.
And you did get some fire photos that
I did. I was just looking at those today too. That's where we met. And it's you then came to New York when I had a different apartment and a different situation of a person that we will never speak of again.
Yeah, no.
And in that time, you were actually going through something personally in your own life. And I've seen such a transformation.
Oh my God.
In everything that you are from that time.
It's crazy that you knew me during that time. I didn't put two and two together. I know.
I just realized that today.
Yeah.
As I'm looking at you, I was like, you're a very different person.
I'm a very different person. I know in the subconsciously that I knew Diamond during that time in my life, but you don't always just sit back and think about it. But it's crazy. It's really crazy where I was. At that time, I had no savings.
I know.
Like,
we talked about
paycheck to motherfucking paycheck. Like, the dogs are eating fine and I'm eating ramen kind of situation. I think, I was homeless. I was homeless during that time too, as well as the toxic relationship. Oh, I also want to talk about this narrative too that's been running circles in my head.
Let's talk about it.
I constantly feel like I have to put a disclaimer before every time I talk about that time in my life. I always feel like I'm talking about it too much. But what is too much to 4 years worth of trauma?
Trauma and abuse.
Trauma and abuse with someone you trauma bonded with. I'm constantly like, I don't want this motherfucker to feel like I'm speaking life into his name or into the situation or the time.
But you also have to release it from you.
Right. And so I try to keep reminding myself of that. But I'm like, I get these other narratives in my head. Like, oh, what if so-and-so watches it and is like, oh, she's still caught up on him.
You didn't give me an NDA.
Right. Exactly. So
you didn't give me no NDA. That's the rule I'm living on now.
I don't even think you know what that acronym means, to be
Unless you give me a form, unless you give me some type of form that says I cannot speak of.
Right. Who are you?
You never sent no defamation of character.
You be defamating your character without me.
You never sent no lawyer to me to even try to tell me to not do that.
Right. So please, boy, bye. Your lawyer is caught up on other cases that have to do with your ass. Anyways. It's embarrassing for me that that's the case too.
I mean,
it is what it is.
You got through that period of your life, and I want you to know that I'm very proud of you. Like, you inspired me in so many different ways, and it's just like, I'm very proud of you, and I'm very proud of where you're going, and like the level of focus that you have. Like, dude, when I thought I was gonna fucking hit rock bottom, I didn't know if I was coming or going this summer. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't know who else to call. I don't know why, of all the things, I had to call you. I had to. And I was on my face. And you didn't say, well, that's you. You're older than me. Figure it out. You said, I'm coming to get you. I'm picking you up. Get up. Don't worry about it. Let's go. That's sisterhood. You called me when you wanted to cut your hair. You cut your hair in a different person. I cut my hair in a different person. She literally, I think she texted me and was like, oh my God. Mind you, she had this beautiful, long, luscious, curly hair. And like, I had like my hair, which I was struggling with my relationship with my hair. And she called me or texted me or something like that and was like, I'm gonna cut my hair next week. Do it with me. And I'm like, this bitch got me fucked up. I don't even know her like that, right? So I'm just like, you know what? Let's do it together. And you cut your hair, and I think you cut your hair at home. Mm-hmm. I wasn't doing that.
Nah, she made an appointment, y'all. She definitely made an appointment.
I think it was like a couple of days later.
Yeah, like 3 days.
And then 2 days later, I showed up to my event, which you were at, with our new hair. Yeah. It was the greatest decision I ever made.
Same. Literally same. And it's so funny that you say like, oh, she had this beautiful, long, luscious hair.
She's awesome.
And then I had my hair that I was struggling with. I too was struggling with my
relationship with your hair.
My relationship, but also like the physicality of my hair. My hair looked long and luscious because I had just cut 6 inches off of it that was completely dead and fried from bleaching, from heat, from everything. Like the only thing that was alive was like the 3 inches at my roots. So I was struggling too, and I was really going through a transformative period too. It was the first time I had ever rocked curly bangs. I got that 6-inch big chop, but that wasn't enough. And so shaving my head, I always say every woman should feel raindrops on the top of their scalp.
I know what that feels like. Mine wasn't that short, but maybe in the back of my neck. But it was one of the greatest things that I did, and I'm happy that we were able to do together because I was shit terrified.
Oh my God, terrified. Also, being a black woman and shaving any inch of hair is like, what you doing, child?
And why? I have not put any hair in my head since. It's like growing right now because like I'm like secretly in a competition with someone, but I'm literally about to cut it off. But I'm happy that we were able to do that. Yeah. So let's talk about that though. Like when you cut your hair, what was that? Like what came of that for you?
It's so funny. Everyone, that was the question of the fucking year, right? I still get that question. Why did you cut it? And how do you feel now, right? And it's interesting because I grew up watching America's Next Top Model and having...
Ooh, so did I.
And Tyra making bitches shave their head, making white girls spend 8 hours getting cornrows for the first time in their life.
Tyra was doing a lot.
Yo, Tyra was... She was the ring leader. The ringleader. And she was putting people through some shit, let me tell you.
She really was. She was like...
She'd be canceled today in a second.
Strip. Yes, she would be canceled today. She can never get away with that stuff.
No, but I'm glad I grew up on it.
Same.
So, I grew up watching that, and I always said, I will never go on America's Next Top Model just for that reason.
It was because of my hair.
I was so scared of Tyra taking my hair away.
I always wanted to be on that show, though.
I always wanted to be on that show. I always thought I could blow everyone else out the water, but I was petrified of her wanting
trying
to
to shave
my head. She always did it to black girls. I don't know if there's something there, but she always did it to the black girls. Tyra, we be hating on our own low key because of everything. So I don't even blame her. So yeah, I was always scared to let my hair go. My hair was my identity. When my agent would send out my comp card to modeling jobs and whatever it was.
I forgot you also modeled.
Yeah, it was always natural hair, black girl, natural hair. All of her hair is hers. Like literally subject line of emails, because this is before agencies would look at Instagrams. Literally subject line of emails. They're looking for an African-American, 10-year-old girl. African-American, 10-year-old girl, in parentheses, natural hair. Like, it was my selling point. It was what people saw when I walked into a room. You saw my hair before you saw my face. You said
before
something.
You saw me.
Before
you saw my shield before you saw me.
Precisely. It was everything about me. And so it wasn't as profound as I thought shaving my head would be, right? Like, I thought it was gonna be this big moment. I just woke up one day and I said, I wanna shave my head. And I didn't know why.
You definitely texted me in the morning too.
I didn't know why, so I went to sleep. I took a nap midday, which I don't do either. Midday, took a nap and said, I'm gonna sleep on this. No, fact.
Those literal moments of, I'm gonna sleep on this.
I'm gonna sleep on this, because if I have a bad dream, that's unrelated to cutting my hair. If anything bad comes to me while I sleep, I'm not gonna do it. I didn't even have a dream. And I woke up, went to Walmart, got the clippers, and said, hey, yeah, da, 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 da. Snip the braid, da, 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 hey, yeah. Like, and did it. And I thought I was gonna cry. I didn't cry. I thought I was gonna be this like, I also watched this YouTuber, I think it was like 10 years ago, a YouTuber that I used to follow very closely. Her name is Shameless Maya. And she shaved her curly hair. And I cried watching her video like 10 years ago. So I thought I was gonna cry at my own shaving. Apparently not. But
I'm crying. It's like, I was just ready for this.
I was just ready.
The theatrics.
My mom was crying. She was crying when I told her I was gonna do it, and she was crying when she saw me.
Because I just feel like after Britney Spears did it, everyone feels like when you decided to chop off your hair.
You're going crazy.
I might be though.
I might be. Bitch, I might be.
But I might be going crazy to cut off all the things that are not for me.
And that part. No, truly. There was so much trauma. There was so much damage physically and figuratively in my hair. And I literally let it all go. And to say that I'm a different person for letting go of my hair might be a stretch, but it definitely accelerated
Make it simple.
the process.
It did that for me. So I want to say thank you. You know what I mean? Because it's something I've always thought about. It was the confidence that because I was able to see my face.
Oh my God.
I was able to see me. Like my everything changed. Like my business grew. I launched my business with new freshly cut hair. My business grew. My painting business grew. I started having more modeling gigs. Things just changed.
It was a release.
I want to cut my hair again.
I said that to myself, but then I was like, I do.
It's not that long right now, but I think I want to it's cold outside though.
It is cold outside. Airports, user experience.
Yeah, so talk to me a bit about what is a must? I feel like these are things that if you're getting to know someone, you need to know these things.
Right. So I will struggle bus through a coach experience with heavy consumables with me. Things that will help me, I'm not trying to out myself. So TSA, pats me down the next time I'm flying somewhere. But no, yeah, I don't want TSA to come grab me, but consumables, I can struggle bus through a coach experience with consumables with me.
I can't.
For me,
I can't at all.
yeah, no, for me, I can do that. I can do that easy. I'll take a consumable and be out for 3 hours, wake up, drink some water, take one again and be out for 3 hours. What I need is the touchdown experience.
Okay, tell me more.
Nothing can be strugglesome once I touch down. Not a damn
I can't have
thing.
no struggle going in.
Yeah.
Like, it is very serious.
It's very serious. But the thing about the airport is like there's absolutely nothing in your control, but you touchdown is all I got. I can control everything. So yeah, it's not in the budget to be expending first class trips, even if it's a write-off at the end of the year.
Yeah, because what people don't understand with write-offs, and for those of you who are first time looking at this,
it's not the full thing, and it's not immediately either.
No, like and like it's a credit back.
Yeah.
Like you're probably not gonna get a check like that. It doesn't work like personal credit does.
Exactly, and
what
and
it does is
if you owe money, right?
Yeah.
If you owe, it's gonna take out like.
Oh, there's a site also that can help you get your money for what you missed. It's called Main Street.
Drop the nugget. Mainstream.
Main Street.
Oh, Main Street.
Yeah, they'll help you with like those other credits that you need to like get back. I actually need to make sure. My taxes are all over the place for the last 2 years.
Same.
I have to do better with that.
Same.
I think I need to have accountability with other business owners where like Money Monday, Finance Fridays, and we sit the fuck down and make sure we're getting things in order together always.
I want to connect you with Cheyenne. Cheyenne's the one who has the business resources group chat that overwhelms me. But the premise of it is true, and it has great intention behind it. I want to say like 70% of the people are probably black or brown in it. That. She is a black woman, and she's doing great things out of Bridgeport. She's also in real estate. She's a curriculum builder. She made an adult coloring book.
We love that.
Yeah, so I definitely think for those like Money Mondays and Finance Fridays, I think like a collaboration.
It's like just think about like accountability. If it's like even if someone sent the message out and was like, hey, for any expenses that you had this week, make sure you document your receipts in your tracker.
Yeah, I'm
for
like
this
months
week.
behind. I'm months behind on
a
that.
couple years and might just have the bullet on not getting the credit back because I could not tell you where a lot of these receipts are.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm going through right now currently.
It's literally just a habit.
Yeah, it is.
Like, and pause,
do the things,
take a picture, upload it.
And it's doing the things that aren't making you money in the moment that are hard to set aside the time for. Everyone's going to set aside the time for a paid gig, right? Yeah. Oh, we worry about the paperwork later. We worry about the admin work later.
No, do it first.
Let's just keep running the machine. That's me. I'm talking to me because that's me.
Same. Same. And when like tax time comes, like you feel like a crazy person.
Oh shit.
You have no receipts.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's how I feel.
Except the ones you texted to yourself.
Right.
If you have that same number.
And then you texted it to yourself. What else did you text yourself?
It's not like they go to one thread.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so I think like you said, like the user experience when you get off. Like for me, for the airport, it's like I need to have clear and TSA pre-check. I don't want to get checked. I think like being checked as a black woman is evasive. Like I'm just not. I'm grown enough to know that I don't like that. I don't like waiting in line. I think it's giving low vibrational.
It
Can't
really
do
is.
it. So I'm clear. Go ahead, check my eyes. I don't care. Like, yeah, I got my DNA anyway. Like,
right.
It's given. I'm not. Let me use it for my experience, and then like, I get there and I will go to the desk, and if I did not get a particular window seat, I would then ask for one.
Wait, that is the only thing that I require on the plane is a window or an aisle. Aisle is secondary, but I will not be in the middle of anyone.
I've done that. I need the exit row. I will pay for the exit row. Because I need to be able to get up. I have a thing with being trapped in places when I cannot remove myself.
Yes.
And like I'm working through that. It's also the thing that gives me panic attacks. It's already, let alone I can't walk out of this plane when I want to.
That's why I gotta knock out for like hours at a time. I can't physically like be
I
here.
never had this problem until recently.
Wow, it's always been a problem for me.
I could fly 18 hours cross country, no problem.
Oh.
Now, I'm taking ingestibles.
Yeah.
Indicas.
Yeah.
And I might take them at my house, so by the time I get on the plane,
And then I'm taking them on the plane.
they're in.
They only last so long, girl. I don't know which ones you be taking, but I need to be
The ones
awake.
I take me out.
I need to be awake for security and sleep once I'm on the plane. Shit.
Oh, but I have clear though. I could be
Right.
drowsy. I could be drowsy because I could just like. And then I check my bag on the sidewalk always. If I check it. Because I'm not finna look at these niggas at the counter. I will smile and show you my dimple. So I get what I want. I have my cash ready. If I have a bag.
Because the curbside boys appreciate the dimple. The inside at the desk.
They'll take that overweight bag.
Fuck
They sure
with the
will take
dimple.
that over.
Yeah.
They'll take the overweight bag.
Dimples. My bad.
Plural.
Plural.
They'll take the overweight bag.
Yeah.
They not taking that bag in the inside. They like $120.
$120? You can't have it on the plane. It's going to be overweight. What is $120 going to do?
You know what idea I just got? What if I would probably get kicked out for this, but what if someone sold additional bags and suitcases right outside the airport?
Wait. There has to be a law that you can't, or else JFK would be filled with niggas.
But like,
no?
what if, right? But like, what if you even like, you know, sometimes the person drop you off and they need to leave. Like, what if you just like left the airport? There was a spot that you know it's quick. Maybe it's a kiosk. It could even be a random ass spot with suitcases because your shit was overweight. And like a station to repack. And maybe if you want to go one step further, help to repack. So you can get back and pay the $30 versus the $120. Now, if you run out of time, that's on you. But
and see that's kind of bringing us back to the top of the conversation as well, not the tippy top, but the top, where you were saying, are there some businesses that have nothing to do with creativity that you want to pursue? And like that's something that is like needed, is not creatively like exciting, but is needed and could be fulfilled for sure
quickly.
Yeah,
much faster than the shit
I'm
I'm
even seeing like people doing it out of their like the car.
The car. That's what I was wondering. Though,
like trunk. Like
me too.
Because you know how they always make people move. Like oh, move, keep going. Like you can't stop. Them? So I'm like, what I'm thinking is like,
should we try?
I think we should try. Like open the trunk up and like. But the thing is, we would need some sort of communicate. Oh, you know what? You could low key, like let's say I'm with the car and the trunk, you could go inside, see if anyone's struggling with their bags and be like, hey, listen, we've got suitcases for sale. Because I'm like, how are they gonna know to come outside? Why are they gonna go inside and then come back outside? Oh my God.
But it don't even gotta be a suitcase. It can be a bag that got like wheels on the bottom.
It could be a carry-on. It could be a personal item. We could be dealing backpacks because in all reality,
the dealing backpacks. That's hilarious.
I'm gonna be popping JanSport out. North Face, JanSport, off-brand. What you want? Because usually
we take Apple Pay, we take crypto, we take it all. Shop Pay, split it up.
It's crazy. I went to a tag sale the other day and I was like, you take Venmo? He said no. I said, do you want to make money or not? What do you mean you don't take Venmo? It's a tag sale. Ain't no one just got cash. I did get cash for the jacket though. It was a nice corduroy.
I had to go get cash one time for a jacket. $500 worth of cash.
Oh my God! No, the $10 turned into $13 with the fee that I had to pay because Chase wasn't close. So, but yeah, let's deal some book bags, some backpacks,
and we should capture it.
We should just do it as like an experiment.
Yeah, I need to make money anyway. We should.
We should. Why
And
not?
it doesn't have to be name brand.
No. I think we should go to Kohl's.
I think we should go to Chinatown.
Oh,
This is New York City.
Facts. Go to Chinatown.
And we should get some
real
bags.
fucking quick. Get some bags and just see.
Just see.
I'm down for it.
We just fill up a tank.
Maybe if we. Yeah.
And we got colors.
No, I'm dead ass.
I'm dead ass.
No, I'm dead ass.
And the next thing you know, we've started a new startup idea.
No, 100%. And then we've written
My
it all
problem. I need to
off.
make money on the one I have.
Right, before we start. We just keep
But
going.
we gotta start. But that's the problem. This is why we need unlimited funds
This is why we need unlimited funds, assistance. What else do we need?
and great partners.
Great partners.
That are not causing stress, so we could think about things like selling bags out of suitcases.
and trustworthy.
I mean, yeah. So talk about that.
And
right?
not only
For you, what does
trustworthy.
trustworthy mean in a partner?
Trustworthy.
Or friendship.
Trustworthy across the board. You know how I'm gonna sum it up?
Mm-hmm.
You would sign the dotted line. You know why? Because you have no plans of fucking me over.
Renny, you're incredibly incredible, and I don't know why I use those two words, but you're really insane in the most beautiful ways. Like, you're gorgeous, you are very cerebral, you're very intelligent, and insanely talented. And I can't wait to see all of the really incredible things. I'm gonna be that lady at the Oscars right before or after I pick up my Oscar in the back, like, that's my bitch. That's my bitch.
I told y'all so. Y'all didn't hear us.
We knew we was both getting them.
Y'all didn't hear us. But we here now.
We said we was coming. Y'all didn't believe us. But I'm really excited to see what you do. And again, like, if there's anything I can do to support you, you know I will. And I mean that. Because people are saying that. I'm going to support you within my capacity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Whatever it is that you need. Like, if you need somewhere to stay, you can always stay with me. If you need to talk, you can talk. Like, if you're like, oh my God, I just need a fucking break. Can you go on vacation when I stay in your apartment? 100%.
Oh my God, that's an option.
Just
Okay, cool.
buy me a
Now
place.
that I know.
Just find me a place to go.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, call my shorty and be like, hey, time's coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love you. I really do. And I'm happy to be the first guest on your show. And I'm really excited to see the other people that come on this series. Truly the other people that are interested and care about your well-being, because your energy radiates literally love. And that is what you deserve to get back. I'm not gassing you either.
And I know you're not.
Like, you deserve to get that back and make sure you demand it.
I shall, baby.
Peace be your journey, baby.
Thank you so
Peace
much.
be your journey, of course.
So I'm going to leave everything and anything linkable that has to do with Diamond down below. And we will see you soon. Because I think that people will want to see us together again.
Yeah, definitely. I think we should, like, have another conversation. Ooh, we should do an IG live.
I love an IG live. Yeah, I feel like even an IG live right before this podcast episode airs would be, like, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Let's do
it.
The fact that she did that with me and we have never fist bumped into an explosion ever in our lives.
Always spirit fingers. Yeah.
Wow. That's how you
But not
know.
how other people be like, you gotta hit it with the sensual, sexual.
Hello. Squid-like nature. Okay.
I'm trying to get my left hand and start. It's kind of, it don't be.
Right, because
tentacling.
we're both righties, right? Are you righty?
I'm a righty. You know, my right hand's been hurting me lately, and I've been concerned.
Do you want to know something that I'm not gonna take with me from childhood? Is my mom trying to train me to be ambidextrous. No, you were just born that way. She would make me do things with my left hand.
I'm currently training myself and have been for the last 10 years.
Girl, bye. You and my mother need to have
I only drive with my left hand. I'm not kidding. I do lots of things, but you need it for your brain. It's actually a good brain exercise.
Yeah, because we don't use
so if you use your left hand, it actually turns on the opposite side of your brain. You're also someone that is very similar to me. You're both analytical and creative. Mm-hmm. You probably also burn out very quickly.
Yes.
Because both sides run.
Yeah.
And that's the spot. Leave me alone when that happens, because this is a short period of time when I can do that.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
All right, let's unmic. Let's unmic in this bitch.
Okay.